He's Rich Eisen, who joins us now. The NFL Network coming up tonight. It'll be the Eagles and the Kansas City Chiefs. But before we get to that, Richie Rich. Oh, by the way, did you hear about the Matt Harvey situation yesterday, Rich?
Dan, I answered all those questions yesterday, and I'm here in support and honor of Thursday Night Football.
Wow.
If you want to arrange another phone call to talk about Matt Harvey, I'm more than happy to do that.
What about Trent Richardson? Can I ask you about Trent?
Dan, I answered all those questions yesterday. I mean, I'll make it awkward with you here, but listen, I'm here to support and honor NFL Network.
Yeah,
that's who I'm here with today. And if you ask me about it, I might not know what they want me to say, but I'm feeling good about tonight, and I'm here to support and honor them.
Well, I appreciate that, and maybe we'll have you on another time.
Yeah,
Don't you like it when people critique you of how they would have done it?
You handled it perfectly. You saw the moral high ground hit you right in the face.
Yeah.
And you took it. And listen, the concept is called 90-10. What you do for a living on your radio show, what I do on my podcast, 90-10. You come on and we talk 90% about what we want to talk about and what fans want to hear about. And the last 10% is what you are being paid to talk about. And if he cannot grasp that, if somebody comes on and doesn't grasp that, it rips at the mere fabric of what we do for a living, Dan. You were on the front lines for all of us.
Yes, I was. I was holding down the fort for all sports radio yesterday.
It's sports media photosynthesis. It's
Don't
what
you realize?
Keeps us alive.
But Rich, all those other radio shows that benefited from me taking the bullet from Matt Harvey, that I'm the one that had to set him straight on how to do one of these interviews.
I emailed my podcast producer Chris Law, who the Danettes know very well. And I emailed him. I'm like, we will never take for granted again anybody who comes on from a sponsor. We must make sure they understand the basic pro forma rules.
Yep.
Like I said, without them, we die. It's like I said, it's photosynthesis. The trees give off oxygen. We give off carbon dioxide. We coexist.
All right. Let me get your reaction. Our poll question:
yes.
Who got the better of that deal? Right now, in the moment, Browns or Colts?
Well, right now, I mean, a snapshot. Of course, it's the Colts because the Colts get a young stud of a running back who clearly, the market value shows that he's not the third best prospect in the NFL anymore for a first round pick that we assume will be towards the lower end of things next May. So clearly, the Colts got somebody who they can plug and play for sure, and the Browns have somebody that we don't know who that person is, and a locker room of veterans who are probably sitting around scratching their heads and saying, okay, what was that all about in training camp then? That just 2 weeks in, we're going ahead and we're clearly getting a building block as opposed to somebody that we block for. So that's something that Coach Chudzinski is going to have to deal with in the rest of the front office.
But it's tough to say, you know what, we're sorry about this season. We interrupt this season to make this trade and move on to next season if you're a Cleveland Browns fan. You've been down this road before.
True, and the front office has not come through with its end of the bargain by drafting well. But this is a different regime. They owe nothing to the current roster. There's pretty much, with the exception of the rookies, all homegrown people, and they believe in their plan. To me, everything goes back to the movie Hoosiers, right? It's because it's the perfect sports movie. The moment where Gene Hackman has only 4 guys out on the floor and everybody in the stands is howling at him, and he holds up his game plan in his leather satchel. That's what the Browns are doing right now. They have a plan. They've got a coach who has a certain system, wants certain players, and maybe Trent Richardson is one of those guys, but he's the best piece to go out and get the quarterback, perhaps, that they don't have in 2014 to position themselves in the draft for. And that obviously is not going to play well to a fan base right now. Just trust us, trust the plan, and then they'll win championships.
He's Rich Eisen from the NFL Network. Got the Eagles and the Chiefs coming up tonight. Before I get to that, if you're, the devaluing of the running back, that we didn't have a running back taken in the first round last year. And I don't know if we'll have one taken in the first round this upcoming year. Where are we going with the running back, that position of what you're asked to do?
I think what we're seeing tonight, LaShawn McCoy. That's where we're going to in this league, a guy who can make plays in space and an offense like Chip Kelly's. I mean, one of, each week on our Game Day morning show, we have our bold prediction segment where, our analysts come out with a prediction that is somewhat audacious, but hoping that it actually comes true. And Kurt Warner's last week was a record 10 wide receivers would have at least 10 catches in a game this week, and he just missed it. There were 9.
Yeah.
So that's where it's going to right now, 4 or 5 wides, and running out of those formations against a defensive front that is beneficial for the running back to run against. That is where I think we're going in the league right now.
But it used to be a big game when a quarterback threw for 400 yards. Now it's not.
I agree.
Not a big deal. Not a big deal.
Last week was the first time with the Mannings facing each other, the first quarterbacks to ever both have a 400-yard game. They're coming off of play in the next week, and I think that's going to become more commonplace.
You have the build-up to this game, and there's only so much you can do. I know Andy Reid coming back to Philadelphia, but he's not playing. So when a coach comes back as opposed to a player who comes back, Peyton going to Indianapolis coming up in a couple of weeks, the difference in selling that for you guys tonight is what? Well,
I mean, there's so much going on. I mean, Philadelphia is a Circus Maximus type atmosphere, regardless of who the opponent is coming in, and the fact that Andy Reid is coming in. Only twice in NFL history has a coach coached a team for 14 or more years and then faced that team again. Curly Lambeau did it in 52. Hank Stram did it in 76 when he was a Saint coach facing Kansas City. And now tonight, we've not seen it before, where a coach comes in after 14 years of coaching a team and then coaches against them the next year. That's never happened. And interestingly enough, as I mentioned, only twice before tonight as a coach had 14 years with the team and then wound up coaching against them. That's only happened twice before, and it's going to happen twice again this year when Shanahan faces the Redskins when Shanahan faces Denver and Jeff Fisher against the Titans for the Rams. So it's unique, and he's also 2-0.
Before I let you go, the whole Eagle offense that took the NFL world by storm that week 1, where are we now going into week 3? And the fact that we've had a Monday night, then a Sunday night, and a Thursday night game for this Eagle offense, factor that in tonight as well.
Well, we're going to find out what the short week does. Does it benefit the team that is on the short week playing against it, or is it benefit the team that obviously is employing it? I think it's the team that's employing it in terms of just the short week this week. But if there's any team that proves that the NFL's a week-to-week league, it's the Chip Kelly offense, which we were enshrining after the Week 1 win, and then wondering if it was equipped to win a game late, clock management-wise. Were they able to get the points in the first half that they needed to quell any sort of an uprising from San Diego? It was not. So it's going to be interesting to see, and if anybody does know the personnel that's here, it's Andy Reid. And McNabb's number is going up in the rafters today. He's going in the Ring of Honor. He's here tonight. So as the Eagles go ahead,
who gets a better reaction, Andy Reid or Donovan McNabb?
I think Reid's going to get a better. You know what? I think they're both going to get a good reaction tonight. Let's put it that way. I think they should, obviously, but I think they will, because McNabb's going to be there with his family, for crying out loud, in the middle of the field at halftime.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, his family's going to be there. Let's understand what this means too.
Yeah, right.
But it is interesting that as they move on, trying to win the championship they've never had here in Philadelphia with Chip Kelly and Michael Vick, that the previous administration of Reid and McNabb will be in the building tonight.
You can see the game tonight, NFL Network, with Rich Eisen. He's the host of NFL Game Day as well, the Rich Eisen podcast. You can go to richeisen.nfl.com and on iTunes. Have fun tonight. You want to take a shot at me tonight? Go ahead.
Well, no, Dan, I was just going to let you know it's a beautiful sunny day.
No umbrella.
It's no chance of rain this evening, but it's unseasonably cool.
By the way, you had a roof over your head, which you lied to the. You did.
You know what? It was not called lying, Dan.
It was not. It was called not telling the truth.
It's not called not telling the truth. It's called telling your own story and knowing how much funnier it is that I said it with a roof over my head.
Yeah, but if we knew that you had a roof over your head, then it would have been even funnier that you're making fun of me with an umbrella.
I did my second half walk and talk.
I know. I saw it. You were in a plastic bag.
Dan, I've seen you in Gore-Tex.
I know, but that was in Vancouver.
Should I wear that Olympic Gore-Tex jacket tonight if it's in the low 50s? Should I do that? Can you FedEx it here in time?
I'll be watching. All right. Give me a shout out. You can take a shot. All right.
All right, DP.
All right, buddy.
Thanks
Rich
for
Eisen.
Support and honor.
All right. Thank you. NFL Network game tonight. The Eagles and the Chiefs.
The Dan Patrick Show, weekday mornings on Audience.